There's no question that Modern Warfare and Warzone have had their fair share of connection issues since they launched. I've already talked about it as far back as the beta and the recent event where the servers were just broken entirely and people could hardly connect. But another issue has come up that I realized completely by accident. It's 100% consistent every single time I try to reproduce it, and I'm not sure what's causing it or why it's happening, but it affects every single one of you in one way or another. I've compared PC to PS4 and Xbox, all on a gigabit connection, all of them with an open NAT, and even with a direct Ethernet connection from the modem itself into each one of them. The issue is that Warzone is quite often, pretty much every time for me, exceeding 100 to 130 milliseconds of ping. That's actually really bad. It's been that way since launch for me. That's just how it is for me and so many others. And it doesn't matter which system I am playing on. Now, your personal experience might differ, but what I realize is that if I'm playing Plunder, my latency is actually the same latency I see in multiplayer games. That does not make sense to me. In fact, it's a little crazy. This is a 12-player match versus a 100-player match, an 88-player difference. They managed to keep the exact same ping, which I've seen as low as in the 30 millisecond range. Something odd happens if you switch over to play any of the standard Battle Royale modes though, that have 150, and yes, even the 200-player mode. I get upwards of 100 to 130 milliseconds and up, and it doesn't make sense when it's usually adding only 50 more players. In fact, even if the game doesn't fill up with all 150, the latency remains the same. It also doesn't improve as the match progresses, and there are less and less players. Down to the final circle, when 5 people are left, the latency will stay constant over that 100 millisecond mark. Even the limited time modes are affected by this. And this basically confirms, although very little doubt remained, that the latency issues are 100% related to the servers or the game itself. There's a few differences between Plunder and Battle Royale, but the big one is the gas and slowly shrinking playing field. I don't understand why or how this would cause network issues, but there's definitely an issue that Infinity Ward needs to work out. I shouldn't be able to jump into Plunder with 100 players and get a 30 to 40 millisecond match, and then immediately following that, get 130 milliseconds in a trios match. So the fact that the ping in Plunder can stay that low consistently and maintain that with 100 players for the entire match doesn't track with the experience in a solo Battle Royale match where I can make my way to the final circle and maintain the 100 to 130 milliseconds. Now historically, the latency meter shown here is not entirely accurate, but it's close enough to show the definite problem. I started looking into this because I was playing some Plunder and every single one of my shots was connecting with the Kar 98. I thought I was just having a really good game, but playing trios after that made me realize I wasn't able to hit the shots that previously seemed easy with the Kar 98. So I guess the summary here is, Plunder can support 100 players with a ping between 30 and 50 milliseconds no problem, but solo, duos, trios, etc. all seem to exceed 100 milliseconds up to 130 milliseconds and beyond, even when it's down to the last few players. There has to be something fundamentally wrong with the servers on Infinity Ward's end, and no amount of fiddling or adjustments have improved my experience at all, not even a direct modem to console or modem to PC connection. And this has actually affected me ever since Warzone launched. So there you have it. Plunder servers are great. Battle Royale servers are trash. Let me know in the comments below if you have a similar experience. Go play 5 matches of Plunder and 5 matches of any of the others and let me know if you see a clear difference. Hope this video helped you out and you feel better informed. I'll see you next time.